Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So simple. Today we're going to learn how to make a circle skirt, skater skirt. It's the same thing. What you need is your fabric and you need a pattern. If you don't know how to make a pattern, please watch my previous video where I go step by step on how to get this pattern done. So my pattern is a full pattern, but I folded it in half, and I'm going to be using half the circle because the fabric that I'm using has letters on it. So if I use the whole circle, on the other side when I put my skirt on, the letters will be upside down. So I've lined it up so that either way you look at it, my letters will be all going in the same direction. So that's the only reason why I'm using half my pattern. If you could use half, use half. If not, open it up and use the full thing. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to line up half of my pattern like this. I'm going to pin it in place, and then I'm going to cut around my fabric. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. One thing I want to point out, if your fabric did not have designs like mine did, and it's just, you could just wear it in any direction, then you could have just taken your fabric, folded it 4 ways, put your pattern 4 ways, and cut it out like that, which is much easier than the way I did it. So I've cut 2 pieces of the pattern into my fabric, and now I'm going to join my pieces together. I'm going to pin. If you're doing it my way, follow me. I'm going to pin here, I'm going to pin there, and I'm going to sew those pieces together. If you only have one big circle, if you use your complete circle, then you shouldn't have to sew anything together. You will just have the big circle with no cut edges, which is much easier. So I'll be right back. So basically I've sewn both of my sides together, and this is what I have so far. It's looking really nice, really cute. Now if you don't want a band, a waistband for it, you could just make a casing, go here at your seams, fold it over like this, and measure your elastic, whatever elastic you're going to insert, and then you could just sew all around there. But like I said, with mine I'm going to add a waistband. So if you're going to add a waistband, what you need to do is you measure your waist, take away 1 inch. So let's say for instance your waist is 28, you're going to cut a piece of fabric size 27, take away 1 inch. I want mine to be almost about 5 inches from where the skirt starts to the top. I want it to be 5 more inches, so I want it really high-waisted. So what I did was I measured myself. I wanted 5 inches, so I just cut the piece of fabric here 10 inches and folded it over to make it 5. I'm going to sew these pieces together so that when you flip it over, it's nice and neat, and I'll be back to show you the next step. Please keep in mind this is stretch fabric that I'm working with. If you're not using a stretch fabric, then you're going to have to add a zipper to your skirt. So if you don't want to have to add a zipper, just use fabric that's stretchy. Mine is stretchy. And if you're going to add a band and you have just a 2-way stretch, make sure that the direction that your band is going is the stretchy side. Okay, so go and sew your sides, and I'll be right back. So I finished with my waistband, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to attach the waistband to the skirt. So what you need to do is, you have your waistband, it's already folded in half, and you have your skirt, and you're going to slide your skirt inside your waistband like that. Then you're going to put all of your seams together if you have any. If you don't have seams, then you're going to have to fold your waistband in half again so that you could get the center and the sides. You mark that, and then you attach it to your skirt, because you want to make sure that the seam of your waistband is where you want it to be. I'm going to put my seam on the side, next to the seam on the side of the skirt. You could put the seam on the back, you could put it on the side. I'm going to do it on the side just because it's easier for me to line everything up with the seam. So do that, mark. You could start by marking 4 sides to make it easier. So I marked 1, 2, mark here, and the center back. Once you finish marking those sides, you're going to attach pins all around. Okay, so I've pinned, and I just want to show you guys what it will look like once you've pinned. Before you go and sew this area, kind of go like this to your skirt to make sure that your waistband is facing in the right direction. It should look like that. Okay, so go ahead and sew, and we are truly almost done. Okay guys, so pretty much that's it. We are done. If you have fabric that frays, don't forget to do your hem. If not, you could just wear it as is if your fabric does not fray. If you need to learn how to do your hem, I have a video on that. It's very simple, very professional looking.